Which Godzilla do you think has the most radical design of all? Some would argue it's the 1998 Godzilla, or Godzilla Earth. Singular Point Godzilla is in the running, that's for sure. And we can't forget googly-eyed Goji himself, Shin Godzilla. But you probably have no idea how close we were to getting a Godzilla that would have been drastically different. There was a good chance that if this design came to be, that MonsterVerse Godzilla may have looked like this. This all goes back to the early 1950s, when the idea of Godzilla was first starting to form in the minds of his creators. Movie watchers sometimes forget that their favorite characters on screen go through dozens, sometimes hundreds of conceptual designs before the final appearance is narrowed down, retaining the best aspects of as many of the concepts as possible, and then they finally arrive at the desired outcome. Even MonsterVerse Goji had some exotic concepts during his creation. At one point actually during this process, creating the very first Godzilla, an idea of making Godzilla a giant mutant octopus was thrown around actually. Which we all know how freaky the idea of a kraken or a tentacle monster can be, but I'm not so sure that we could have gotten almost 40 movies on an octopoda, even if those things definitely came from outer space like Monster Zero or something. Did you know that Godzilla's original concept designs were done by a manga artist? And what Wasuki Abe originally brought to the table was jarring to say the least. Trust me, this thing is just weird. Before Godzilla was his awesome radioactive reptilian self, he was first envisioned as a humanoid beast, standing on two legs and in an upright stance, not much different than how he is in the final film. But at this time, to ensure the design was not too human, Wasuki, while envisioning a mushroom cloud of an atomic bomb, gave the monster a long, skinny neck adorned by a round, large head. And the beast's facial features were all smushed to resemble the smoke of a mushroom cloud, which definitely didn't make this design any more appealing. I mean, Godzilla is scary, but could you imagine this lazy smile slowly lumbering at you in the dark? With the work of some dedicated fans around the internet, we actually get to see what this could have looked like if it was ever fully brought to life and fleshed out with the final designs given to Godzilla. I have to give a big shout out to the ODDS Productions team for throwing this thing together and bringing to life a concept that has been dead for over 70 years. And in recent times, thanks to this video, the idea of Mushroom Godzilla has blown up in the fandom, and I've seen it spread all over online, which it does look eerily satisfying. Make sure to go give the original video a full watch when you're all done here. I'll leave a link below or something. It would have been a creative idea, but not one that would have worked in the final film, I don't think. I wonder if this design would be more accepted in today's world, especially with all the SCP fanatics out there who love creepy, lanky monsters for some reason. What's the deal with that, by the way? Why do most of us have this feeling of dread and anxiety when we see these skinny fools? I mean, to this day, everyone, the werewolf scene in Harry Potter, which came out 20 years ago now and still looks as good as what we're getting in the monster genre these days, creeps me the heck out. Probably because the design of this werewolf is completely unfamiliar. Nothing looks like this in our real world. So when we see it, it's alien and unnerving. Make the werewolf from Harry Potter into a beefcake, awesome looking tough guy werewolf and it looks all badass and all that, but the freaky elements are all pretty much practically gone. And this applies to Godzilla as well. Legendary Godzilla is a total hunk of a kaiju, but nothing about him is unsettling or worthy of giving a shiver down your spine in terms of his appearance. Mushroom Godzilla, as people like to call him, odd as he looks, would have been freaky to see, and just like Shin Godzilla, would have likely grew his own cult following of people who get a special feeling with these sort of monsters. Godzilla is derived from an atomic bomb, but designing him to also retain the image of the blast was never going to work with the technology at the time. In the movie, you can still see how much of this design by Wasuki was used for influence as the final look for Godzilla was established. The wrinkly hide and squashed head design inspirations that make Godzilla resemble the blast and mushroom cloud can still be seen throughout the Showa era on Godzilla, but specifically with the first film. There's actually a few shots in the movie that still show Godzilla's design based on the mushroom cloud, something that I didn't even notice in the movie for some time. Shin Godzilla may just be the closest the creators ever wanted to get to this original concept design though. A steady blend of creepy and goofy, which can lead to some of the most unsettling imagery a human or computer brain can muster. Over the decades, we've gotten a large variety of Godzillas in all shapes and sizes. Some are mighty, some are terrifying, most are cool as hell. But what if the king of the monsters looked like this? Would you have still fallen in love with the big guy? Everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want us to go down memory lane more often, looking at old concept arts for Godzilla and other monsters, or similar videos to this, let me know down in the comments. But before I go, Al's got something to say to you guys.
Hello residents, I've got something really special to share with you today, and it's something we've been pouring our hearts into for a long time. This little guy right here, his name is Primatus Rex, and he isn't just a toy, it's the first physical step into a universe that we've been building together. From the stories we've hinted about and the characters we've shown off, this plush represents more than just a cute collectible, it's a piece of the world that we've been creating. What's even cooler is that this is only the beginning. I've always believed in the power of storytelling. I'm a filmmaker, so storytelling is in my blood, and this plush is part of something much bigger. An ever-growing universe where each creature has its own lore, its own world, and its own place in the bigger picture. By bringing this plush into your home, you're not just supporting Dangerville, you're helping us grow this universe together. It's a way for you to hold a piece of that world in your hands, to connect with it on a personal level. Plus, for everyone who's been going along for the ride, it's like a little badge of honor, a reminder that you were here at the start of something truly special. So if you like monsters and love the idea of a new kaiju universe built from the ground up based around communities' wants and needs, check out the link below to grab your own Primatus Rex. I can't wait to see these guys finding homes all over the world. And if you do pick one up, please share your pictures with us, we'd love to see them. And as a special thank you for sticking with us, I'm releasing our private discount code to get 20% off. For all you residents, here it is on the screen now. It's a whole universe of monsters set in a far future where mankind has lost its technology and knowledge during a great war with a horde-like species. So now what's left is a dystopia that's like a mix of Dark Age mentality, but with a modern science. Primatus is a scientist that mutated himself when trying to access an ancient technology in an attempt to control the monsters. There's tons of lore that we're preparing to reveal, so get excited for that. Thank you, as always, for being part of this journey with us. You make all this possible, and I'm so excited to see where we take this universe together. Now, back to Jacob.
Yeah, thank you, buddy. We have big plans for Primatus Rex, which I want y'all's help with. What's a good nickname for this new beast we've created? If any of you guys throw out a killer name, we might just use it. Our champion's actually going to take on the Indominus 2.0 from Goji Center here soon, so stay tuned to both of the channels for that battle. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already and do all that YouTube stuff, and as always, this has been Jacob, and I will see you in the next one.